Hey class, this is Rex Irwin here. The EBP that I'm going to discuss in regards to writing is the four square method. Um, this is a method that's used starting very young, kindergarten, and it evolves into some. I use it in a high school setting actually. Obviously it's a little more sophisticated, but it is four square writing. And basically it's a method of teaching uh writing skills, and it's applicable across grade levels and curriculums. It can be applied in all subject areas. Your square in science will look a little different than a square for English, but you can use it. It can help with narratives, descriptive papers, expository, persuasive forms of writing, anything in all subjects. As far as when a teacher should use this evidence-based practice, depending on the grade level, so like in pre-K or kindergarten, you can use Foursquare for categorization, and this might be with images. So like you might have animals in the middle, so animals, and then the kids are just categorizing the animals. You give them like a menu, and they got to place four animals in the squares. You would eventually progress to grouping words, and then sentences, and then when students begin to write paragraphs and essays, you use it to organize your thoughts for your paragraph or your essay. And I'll provide some examples here in a minute. What does a teacher need to do to implement the evidence-based practice? Not much. Basic classroom supplies, like a paper and pencil. If you wanted to teach a whole group, you could get out on your projector board, your marker board. You can use printouts of I mean, like you're literally making four squares. It's pretty low tech, which is part of the reason why it's so great. How does a teacher know the evidence-based practice is working? Depending on the task, the student might be more effective in categorizing, if it's pre-K kindergarten. If it's more complicated tasks, once they get into paragraph writing, you should see more coherent structure in what's being written, and ideas that appear to be more thought out, and based in evidence, because you're using that each square in that organizer. Where can a teacher learn more about this evidence-based practice? In the school setting, you can learn in your PLC, on your own time, right? The internet. There's all kinds of free resources. I've mentioned it a couple times already. So teachers pay teachers they have resources. You can Google anything, YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I have a PowerPoint with some examples provided. So share screen. PowerPoint. All right, so it should be on the screen now. All right, so back to number one. So you guys should be able to see this. So this would be an example of Foursquare primary categorizing, right? We have pets in the middle, and there's just four images, really basic. Right, categorizing by words, right? So like what you would see in the zoo's in the middle because that's the topic, and then you have lion, giraffe, camel, elephant. continuing to evolve, right? You're still categorizing zoo animals. So you have 3 examples, and then you have a statement, right? I like going to the zoo to see the animals, and these are these animals that you may talk about. Using complete sentences. So like your complete sentence right here, school is a great place. And then you have 4 reasons why, right? We learn here, we meet friends, we do experiments. I love school. Once again, though, they're developing more cohesive ideas about this. Multi-pair. Now, this is one way of doing this, like early on. It's just like it's more of a list style. School is a great place, and then you have your topics, right? And you're giving reasons why. Now something that we use in the high school that like this is an actual sample. It's a Freyer model, but it's still the same idea of a 4 square, where the students are writing an essay, basically trying to, they're giving their they're picking who's responsible in one of the paragraphs, over John Proctor's death. So this student is saying John Proctor himself, and in the Freyer model, you have description, responsibility, and 2 pieces of text evidence. But this is all this is background, and then this is your this is like part of your claim, and this is your data. They'll still, well, actually, this is their synthesis, but well, no, this is their claim, and the only thing they'll have to do is like synthesize the quotes. But John Proctor's your focus, and then you have 4, you have each of these squares that he's filling out. And it doesn't need to be completely like with the quotes here, like we're not asking him to do the entire quote, just like have it here, right? So he knows Miller, page 1094 in our text. So that's a good reference point for him. The responsibility and description are a little more thought out, but that's that's it. And then the last thing I'm gonna have for you guys, just a quick video on someone using like a real life example of this 4 square model. It's a little more for the elementary setting. So share screen. Okay, here we go. Share and play.
That's included in the prompt is simply information to get your brain in the game and get you thinking of that you've made. You need to begin with one well-written sentence placed in a box in the center, and this becomes your topic sentence. So the task was to write about a favorite birthday. Therefore, your sentence should be something that matches the task. I will never forget my 6th birthday.
Go.
After you have that sentence in the middle of your graphic organizer, your next job is to add 3 supporting details in the 3 boxes, and the 4th box should be a sentence that sums up. Notice this is not written as a.
So they'll have 3 here.
Maybe friends and I went to the zoo is another reason. And then following the directions in your very last box, there should also be a sentence. The only 2 places where a sentence are in the center box, which is your topic sentence, and in this final square, which is your concluding sentence. Everything else is details only. Your concluding sentence is, it was the best birthday ever. Notice how the concluding sentence pretty much says the same thing as the top with some details. She baked your favorite chocolate fudge cake. Parents gave a wonderful gift. Write your final word.
Right, and so each square builds on each other, and obviously you want to use your own verbiage for how you teach within those squares. But that's what I have for today. I think it's a good evidence-based practice that you continue to use, until the end of until the end of high school, depending on who your teacher is. And I look forward to hearing comments from you all. Thank you.